Share, go live. Well, welcome to the 7 o'clock talk, Integrated Health of Indiana 7 o'clock talk. And I'm excited because we have a special guest tonight, and we'll be bringing her onto the screen here shortly. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that we're really excited that we'll be partnering with My Whole Kitchen, and we'll be expanding our Food First program. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Miss Kristen Gayman from My Whole Kitchen. Kristen, are you there?
I'm here.
I was just doing a little introduction and talking about how we do the Food First approach. We are devout followers of Dr. Hyman and how food is where we need to be and where we need to go. And it's the foundation. It gives us the amino acids, the polyphenols, the bioflavonoids, everything that actually allows our functioning and functional medicine to do its job inside of us, and how we are always looking for like-minded practitioners. And I happened to see you on, I think it was Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
And when we saw you on Instagram, we were like, oh, we have got to say hello and meet this young lady. And I will let you, this is Kristen Gayman of My Whole Kitchen. And first question, what got you started in this?
What got me started? Well, I've been cooking my entire life, and not my entire life, since I was 22, a very, very young mom. And it wasn't until I quit my sales job and decided that I was going to, and I was in sales for years and years, that I was going to follow my passion of just cooking. And what I was very interested in is teaching people in the kitchen. I wanted a teaching kitchen because I felt like it's a lost art, and I wanted to teach people how to cook. But in the process of digging deep and trying to figure out like how to start like a cooking business of teaching cooking classes, I stumbled upon Mark Hyman and his detox. And up until this point, I cooked with a lot of cream of chicken soups. I did a lot of casseroles, some like crackers on the top, and a lot of noodles. And I realized that, as you just said, that food is medicine. So I did Mark's 10-day detox. I followed his detox, and it was easy for me because I cooked. So it was easy for me to follow the detox, make salads, do all the prep work. What I find is very difficult for people, and I have a couple people in my kitchen right now who are doing the detox. And and so we just did a 2-hour class. And what was so cool, and maybe they could talk to this, maybe they don't want to talk to this, but is how they saw how simple and quick we do things, and how we just use a really good avocado oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder. We just made the most incredible cod with it's always wild. So I teach, just like Mark teaches, that you need to have humanely raised fish and meats. So we did a wild caught cod in garlic butter. So real butter, organic butter, real minced garlic, little bit of salt. And we did it in the cast iron, and it took about 5 minutes, finished in the oven for 5 minutes. And they were, so Natalie here said that she could eat sushi every day. She said it was better than sushi. It has so much flavor just with a little bit of salt, pepper, and so that's the difference that's how I dug deep in doing the detox. I felt incredible after 10 days. And I thought, this is what I'm going to teach. I am not going to teach my old ways of, these big hearty casseroles. I am going to start teaching clean, humanely raised, simple foods, because that's the problem. People can't do it. And then I would say that these guys saw how easy it was. And do you think you could do that at home?
Yeah.
Well, and more importantly, ladies, how did it taste?
Absolutely amazing. Amazing. What'd you say? Amazing. Amazing. I've never liked squash soup before, but she made it without dairy, right? And
Yep.
without
Coconut milk.
without gluten. And for the first time ever, I liked squash soup. And in fact, I just said I want to warm some up because it was so good. And then she made chicken salad, right, with
Feta lettuce.
and roasted peanuts, roasted almonds.
Roasted. We
Gone.
roasted our own nut mix for this, which is a cinnamon cayenne nut mix, and it's just almonds, pecans, cashews, and we put some pumpkin seeds in it. That's going to be the snack. So they are walking out with meals. They're walking out with the cod. They got to try it, but they're walking out with the cod and roasted cauliflower. They saw how easy it was to roast cauliflower. Butternut squash soup. And like she said, all it was, I mean, it was so simple. We cut up a couple butternut squashes. It was garlic, onions, and broth. That's it. Soften all that. Put in sage, rosemary, salt, pepper. So very simple. And then coconut milk. So to make it creamy and dairy-free, we use coconut milk. And it literally, these guys, they loved it. And it's so fresh, so healthy. So they're walking out with coconut milk. Okay, Natalie, you want to talk about the last one?
Yeah.
It's called beef bolognese.
Yeah. This was really good. It was almost like chili at home, but without the beans and everything. So it's like gluten-free and it's really
good. No beans and legumes. So we follow his, like anything that could potentially be hard to digest. We take that out, and that has chopped up mushrooms. It has shredded zucchini, but you start like you would with any chili, always using, in my kitchen, always starting with humanely raised. So it's a grass-fed, grass-finished beef with onions, garlic, and then all like the fire roasted tomatoes and crushed tomatoes along with all that. So it's everything you really need. But we did zoodle some zucchini. They're going to put that over zucchini. So tip for zucchini noodles.
We have to keep Jessica away from the mandolin. She likes to take bits of herself off with it.
Yeah, this was a spiralizer. So yes,
I'm just teasing her.
Yeah. No. I'm afraid of those. But yeah.
So let me ask.
Yeah.
Actually, Kristen, I'll ask you first, and then I'll ask the young ladies behind you. When you started to actually change the way that you ate, because we talk about it, but we get paid to talk about it. I mean, that's what did you notice, because you were doing it just for you at first? What did you notice about changing your nutrition and your diet and the quality of your meals?
I would say I noticed improved sleep, less frog brain, any type of inflammation. I used to complain and say, oh, my knees hurt because I've been running for so many years. Not the case. My knees hurt because I was just chock full of inflammation. And so it was just the inflammation just dripped off. And I say, you could see a picture of me on my Instagram. It's just My Whole Kitchen, at My Whole Kitchen. And there is a picture of me in my 30s holding my baby, and my face is so just inflamed. And then there's a picture of me on my 50th birthday, which was 6 years ago. And I feel and look so much better, but also more energy. I have a crazy amount of energy, and I did not sadly, when I was a young mom, when I needed the energy, I didn't have the energy. So energy, improved sleep, less fog brain. And then the other little secret is kind of your skin with no sugar is you glow. It's absolutely crazy. One last thing, so our food system will absolutely hijack our taste buds. So when you are done with the 10 days, you eat a pepper, like a sweet red pepper, and it tastes like candy. So it's crazy once you get out the actual processed sugars, the glutens, grains, how food is, it tastes like it's supposed to taste.
Oh yeah, that's we've talked about that before, and for those of us that follow us regularly, I've talked about what is called bliss point, and
Mm.
that's the food systems. This amount of fat, this amount of sugar, this mouth feel, blah blah blah. So yeah, they get that it is designed to hit the hedonic center of the brain and make you addicted. So for
Right.
you ladies, what brought you into her program?
So her stir fry is really good. Like that was my favorite, the first meal that I tried. And
So
then,
they bought prepared foods.
yeah.
So I also sell prepared foods. I'd rather teach how to do it, but I sell prepared foods, and that's what they tried.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to that in just a second. So go ahead, ladies.
And then I also wanted to become like gluten free and dairy free because I kind of figured out that I have like a intolerance to dairy and gluten. So I'm trying to find like meals that I can prep so like my stomach feels better and I have more energy throughout the day.
So how long have you been doing this? How long were you eating her meals? And then
Like we're currently starting, but we've kind of been trying like different meals since January, and it's been really helpful. Like I've even lost a lot of weight because of it, because all the inflammation like just is insane on how you lose so much inflammation even throughout your face, and then it just keeps going. It's amazing.
how have you felt?
Yeah, I felt a whole lot better. Like I'm not so drowsy. I have a lot more energy. And she said, I get even more sleep, even though like I used to like wake up in the middle of the night, and now I don't. It's just an insane difference.
We even went on some sleep aid medicine. I forget what it's called, but through the doctor, it begins with a T, and to help us sleep better at night because we just couldn't. I couldn't sleep long. I couldn't sleep past like 3 or 4 o'clock. I'd wake up for an hour and then I couldn't fall back asleep. And now eating better, I don't have those issues.
And one of the good things is because Kristen and I have talked, she also incorporates in the blood sugar revolution stuff. So that flattening of that glucose curve really helps a lot. So for you, Kristen, you actually have two kind of programs. We'll get to the detox. I definitely want you to talk about the detox here in just a moment. But for those people that want to be like your examples, your prepared meals, explain that to people.
Well, I mean, clearly it's just for locals. So I'm in Columbus. And I send out an order form on Thursday morning via email and also on my Instagram. And you get 4 days to order by Sunday night. Then I have pickups on Tuesday and Wednesday. And it's only about 5 things, but I want to keep it simple so I can really concentrate. And I change it up every week. But so you stop by the kitchen. I have windows on all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and pick up the food that you ordered by Sunday night. And it's all gluten-free. My kitchen is all gluten-free. I don't like to tell people that because they just think it's awful. But like, because I think, I have to have gluten. But one of the things that went out today is my chicken Alfredo. So I'm not dairy-free in my kitchen. I'm gluten-free and humanely raised meats, no seed oils whatsoever. I mean, very, very high quality ingredients. But one of the things that went out today was chicken Alfredo. And that chicken Alfredo had an incredible, like, creamy sauce. It was a organic heavy whipping cream and Parmesan that we grate, in-house. And then, garlic and a little bit of salt. But my breading is a pasture-raised egg and then gluten-free breadcrumbs. And then pour the sauce, you bake it, pour the sauce over, and it was served on a bed of brown rice. So that's the gluten-free noodle, but a brown rice fettuccine. And then I roasted some broccoli. So it's a complete meal, but it's always gluten-free. So it is the brown rice pasta, the one brand that I've used that, it passes the kid test is Jovial. Nobody can tell that when I use Jovial that it's even brown rice or gluten-free. So that was like one of the dishes that went out. I also did a taco salad. I always have one vegan or vegetarian. So I did a tofu dish with the cabbage slaw with peanut sauce. I did a split pea soup. Anyway, so there's a Caesar salad. Yeah.
So for those of you listening that say you don't have the time, you can let Kristen make it for you. And this is where I talk to people all the time. And then once you start to experience this, and then you actually do start to feel better and you know that food makes a difference, I don't want to say we're partnering, we're promoting Kristen's 10-day detox. We have nothing to do with it other than we love it, and we actually do an elimination diet with our patients. But Kristen, go ahead and explain what you're doing on the 3rd of, you're going to start on June 3rd, right?
Yeah. So I run people through a detox, which we are eliminating all grains. So all gluten, all grains, all dairy. But as I said tonight, I use a lot of coconut milk doing the detox. So you still feel like it's creamy. Coconut milk and nutritional yeast, which gives it that cheesy flavor. No caffeine, no alcohol, no beans and legumes, anything that would be hard to digest. So like basically no sugar. And it's called a detox because you literally don't feel great in day 2 and 3 because your body is getting rid of all this junk. I mean, literally junk that you have put into it. But it only takes about 4 to 5 days to feel phenomenal. And by that 10th day, you don't want to change, which is what happened to me. I said, I will never go back. Do I have cheat days? Absolutely. Do I go on vacation and we're not, I don't make the best choices. But what I do is when I go on vacation is now I know that, okay, I'm going to fast in the morning. I'm going to eat, I'm going to pick salads. I'm going to ask them, what their dressing is made of. So I do know how to eat when I go and eat out, but I know how to reset. I can reset on a Monday morning and feel great by Thursday. And it could take, and I know you know this, but it could take years and years to get your body into a position where you're so inflamed, you have an autoimmune, you're not feeling well. Nobody can diagnose you, but it doesn't take but a few months to then, you're saying we're not partnering, but I would say kind of the opposite, that we potentially are, because they need people like you to get, the test, to talk about hormones, to talk about what supplements to take. And I am on 0 medication and have been, and I'm 56. No medication, but I do take supplements. So like the supplements that Naomi was talking about, or the pill that she was talking about for sleeping, if I would have known that, I would have said, go take magnesium. Magnesium puts you to sleep like that. And it's a supplement that our body needs. So, and I know that that's what you do. You really promote and get down and dirty with what's going on in their body. But I say food is medicine. So both.
Well, that's why we love this program, because it's not just us beating this drum. When I say we're not partnering, we love what you do.
I know.
We aren't giving kickbacks to each other. We're not paying each other to say this. So we are like-minded, and that's what we are always looking for, is who is a like-minded person that has a skill set that we don't have, which you have clearly, and I don't have the time to teach in the kitchen, and people probably wouldn't like what I make because I'm pretty simple.
They saw how simple this was. Truly, there are a lot of things that just need, because you start with 0 sodium foods, just whole vegetables and meats, and that is just an avocado oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder. And it to make it literally delicious, just roasting a vegetable with that on it. So it is simple, but people need to be taught, and they need to do it repetitively for a few weeks, and it will become second nature.
And so for your program, you go Monday, Thursday, Monday, right? 6 to 9. And for you people that are wondering about this, it's 20 meals. It's the 9 hours of instruction.
And
And
it's meals, it's all snacks. So they're going home with hard-boiled eggs. These are pasture-raised hard-boiled eggs that I boiled. So that's a great snack. You will never be hungry. The point is you don't want to be hungry on this. And then these nuts that we roasted, and we roasted ourselves, because don't buy roasted nuts. They start with soybean oil. This is coconut oil, and just a little paprika and cinnamon gives it a kind of a sweet taste, and salt and pepper. And we roasted these in the oven for 25 minutes, and they're going home with this. So you should never be hungry on this. The breakfasts are pretty much you're on your own, but I give you some suggestions for some protein shakes, or, a simple scrambled egg, a frittata, something easy for breakfast. And then you go home with lunch, snacks, and dinner for the 10 days.
okay. And I was kind of laughing when you said we're starting in June. The reason why we're starting this in June is because we do have a holiday in there.
Yes.
And she's very conscious of, yes, we know people are going to go watch the race and they're going to go have their drinks. And so it is a perfect time
Right.
to clean yourself back up.
Right.
And so if people want to get a hold of you, how can they get a hold of you?
They could go to my website, which is mywholekitchen.com. They could submit, if they submit their email in a pop-up box, then they will get an email on Thursday mornings. That's in like a day and a half. What is it, Tuesday? Yeah. They get an email that says, sign up for my newsletter. And my newsletter will be just once a month. But what you will get is my fast and fresh meal menu and order form every Thursday morning. Or my Instagram. You can send me a message on Instagram, which is My Whole Kitchen. I do have a My Whole Kitchen cooking, I think it is, Facebook page that also, if you're not on Instagram, instead of just My Whole Kitchen, it's My Whole Kitchen Cooking.
Well, and just as an idea, because we just started doing a newsletter, I may hit you up for a recipe to throw in there.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. That's good. So yes, so if you want to join us June 3rd, and yeah, you get the cooking classes and the meals, which I think is so important, because you walk out fully equipped. One, you're not hungry. And then two, I feel like we equip you for the, just to walk out. I mean, if I had another woman here who went through the detox, she just stopped by the kitchen yesterday. She went through the detox in January. She ate fast food every day, and she would tell you that. And she says she never, and she'd take a nap every day at 1. She rarely does fast food anymore. And this all it took is 10 days. And she felt so great that she wanted to continue this lifestyle. And it's been so fun to follow her journey, because anyway, so it really is, what I try and do is equip you not just with the 10 days, but like just easy recipes watching me, that you will be able to do it in your home.
Giving them a skill set. And that's the thing. You're teaching them how to fish, not giving them fish.
Right.
But you can start out getting fish.
That's true. You can.
Yeah. She's doing the whole package, teaching and giving fish.
Yeah.
Well, with that all being said, I think we have 3 people from the clinic that are interested.
Okay.
And you like 5 people, right?
Yep.
So literally for June 3rd, for you listening, there's 2 spots open, and they will either contact you or contact me, and we will fill those up.
Okay.
Sounds to do it.
Sounds great. Oh, Naomi said, oh, you think he should do it? Oh, wait a second. Trevor, you need to do it. She wants you to do it. Or Jessica.
Jessica's doing it. Remember, we talked about that. Jess is going
Okay,
through it. Absolutely.
Good. Okay.
I would love to, but I don't get out of work till 6:30, so
Yes.
I would miss it.
Okay.
All right. Well, you all have a great evening. Thank you for
you.
your time, and we will see you again some other time.
Thank you.